Lilo and Stitch was the biggest movie this summer at the box office. It was so amazing to see on the big screen, to relive the magic from my childhood. I'm talking with one of the stars, Tia Carrere. She obviously has a lot of connections to this movie that people might not know about. So tell us kind of how you were involved in the first one for people who may not know.
Well, in the first animated feature that came out 23 years ago, I played the older sister, Nani. And I was the messy teenage girl that couldn't keep it together. And in this one, I am now Mrs. Kekoa, the mentor to Nani. So it's come full circle for me.
It's such a full circle moment. It is so beautiful to see this movie on the screen finally. Disney knows how to do these live action adaptations. What kind of advice did you give to the new Nani to play this role?
Well, I spoke to Sydney before I was even on the film, and a girlfriend of mine w went to visit the set, and it was just I guess maybe she wanted the blessing or the, whatever. What direction did you go for this character? And I'm like, girl, from talking to you, you're a spirited, powerful warrior. You have everything within you to make this role sing. And she really is. She's a perfect Nani, just like Maya's a perfect Lilo. I can't imagine different people playing these roles because in the live action world, it's not like the voiceover where you can approximate it. Either you have it and people feel it or they don't. So casting these characters was very, very important and very difficult.
Our chemistry is so great on screen together as the sisters, who obviously we know their parents aren't in the picture anymore and they rely on each other so much. What about that relationship was so special to see on screen between them?
Even in the time off, when they're getting snacks, it was always like Sydney was looking out for Maya, like, "Hey, come here," and including her like a little sister. And Sydney does have a younger sister, so I think that, helped. And Maya is she's just a little gangster. She's hilarious. She's got, she's like a 7-year-old with the wisdom of like a 40-year-old. She's just got this knowing way about her and a sass that I just love.
Some of these moments that we had to recreate the Disney magic for the live action Lilo and Stitch, some of them shot for shot recreations of that animated film. What were those special moments that you remember filming that, well, doing the voice action work in 2002 to now watching on the screen relive those moments?
Well, it was really special for me because I was the one that came up with the idea for the Aloha Oi, singing that song of Queen Liliuokalani's to say farewell to my sister in that hammock scene. So when I went to do a tour of the set with Dean Fleischer Camp, the director of the live action, he was going through the scene and telling Sydney and Maya, this is where you're going to be for the hammock scene. I said, oh, that was my idea, and he goes, wait. Oh my gosh, yes, I remember reading about that. That's so awesome. And just to have that legacy and just to put that fingerprint on the character, I feel like I contributed something really meaningful there. It was exciting to see it come around again in this real live action world and to know that I contributed, some stuff to it that still holds and is beautiful.
Certainly is. That's such a special scene to recreate in this one. And this movie has so much more heart, I will say, than the original because of the live actionness to it.
Feel it.
You feel it so much on screen. My brother was even telling me watching it with his kids, like he's getting emotional watching Lilo and Stitch together with this bonding. How do you kind of make sure that that's translated on screen?
Um, well, I think the more we feel it, the more you feel it. And like I said, in voiceover, you can sort of approximate it and you kind of have to heighten it because it's a cartoon character. So this is just really embodying the character and feeling those moments, like being the social worker to really be advocating for and holding her accountable, but saying, please, 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 you can do this. You have the ability to do this. Help me out here because it breaks my heart having to break up this family. And you completely buy that because we are in that moment and we're feeling all the emotions. And Sydney's crying and she's, you know, feeling all the feels, as they say.
We see the Disney magic on screen very evident because Stitch obviously is not a real dog or alien, however you want to
Yes,
put
he
it.
is.
Well, yes, he can be real however audiences want to see it. But what was it like, kind of, what was the process of filming that? Because obviously there has to be some visual effects kind of thrown in there.
The visual effects are stunning and flawless. And they also did a great thing where it was easier for Maya to connect because you have the creature, Stitch crawling all over them, and they had to feel, the giggles when, and when he's hugging them and ow, when he's, clawing or whatever. So they came up with puppets, they came up with plushy toys for, eyeline and stuff like that, so they could really look at it and it looks like you're looking at something. Because sometimes when there's CGI and they haven't done really a good job, it looks like they're looking blankly. They're not really seeing something. You'd be looking at two eyes and you'd be watching it move across the ground. And that was important for a young actress, I think.
You can certainly tell that she thinks Stitch is there. Stitch is so real in that world, and he is such a global brand for Disney. I mean, he has his own clothing line, his own like theme park attraction, just
And
all
now
this
he's a
different
billionaire.
merchandise. I mean, this is insane. Stitch, obviously, Lilo and Stitch was going to do so well because obviously he's such a global brand. What was it like to get that reception from audiences, from critics that they love this new Lilo and Stitch?
I'm just pleased as punch that I'm a part of it because getting to share your voice with it is one thing, but to be on screen and to be part of that energy, that community, that family, when you're on set and being in Hawaii, which is where my heart is, it was everything. I was so happy, happy, happy to be there. IRL, in real life, as they say.
Absolutely. And we have this terrific also supporting cast alongside you. I mean, Hollywood A-listers like Zach Galifianakis, Billy Magnuson, Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso, just great people who want to be part of this film and this journey. What was it like working with them?
Um, Everybody was wonderful. Zach, I was so happy I got to have dinner with him like my last night before leaving town, and everybody else was still working. So getting to share my love of Hawaii and check in with him and see how he was feeling with it's because it's he was playing a very different character with the bodysuit and all that stuff, and it was great. All these people that I admire, getting to really work with them because when you're doing animation, you're alone in the room. And then they bring somebody else in and they're alone in the room. This is much more collaborative and fulfilling as an actor for me.
Obviously fulfilling. We already have announced the sequels in the works, Lilo and Stitch 2. What can you kind of preview for audiences about that?
There's no script, there's no director, nobody knows what it is. They just know that they want to do it, they want to do it right. And I'm excited to see this world again.
It's going to be so exciting. But for now, people need to watch Lilo and Stitch, the live action adaptation, available to buy or rent on all digital platforms right now. Thank you so much, Tia.
Thank you. Yeah, enjoy the movie over and over and over again with your family from the comfort of your own couch.
You know they will. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Aloha.
Aloha.